who moves out onto the grid first in the blue Saxo. There's Wielgosz in the black Peugeot. And number 60, Slavomir Volok, making the step across from Super National this weekend to Hot Hatch. Completes the front row of the grid. Should also see Christoph Frask out in this one, his debut this weekend. There's Paul Maybourne, the man from Kent, in the 77 car. 81 is Frask. And then Craig Lomax in the C2. We had hoped to see Mark Gamble here this weekend with his Suzuki Swift in the Super 1600s. Unfortunately, he withdrew his entry on Friday. So Craig Lomax again left to run alone. Here comes Tomasz Marciniak onto the grid in the maroon and white car. Don't forget to keep your tweets coming in to @MidSportsMedia. You've gone quiet on Twitter since the lunch break. As we reach 3 o'clock here at Pembrey. Keep those tweets coming in, everyone. I know you're out there watching the action. Let us know where you are, who you're cheering for. So it's awaiting the all clear then. The marshal's satisfied that the grid is into line. So Tomasz Wielgosz will start as the favourite for Hot Hatch Honours in the black Peugeot, looking for 6 round wins out of 6 this year. While Craig Lomax should win this overall in the more powerful C2, but he's had a lot of drive shaft problems recently. We'll see how he gets on here. Won both the heats already so far, while Marciniak and Wielgosz have won the Hot Hatch class. We see a new winner in the category today. Seems to be a hold up here on the grid. Are we waiting for a service vehicle to clear the track apparently? Yes, that's now clear. There was a service vehicle on track elsewhere. That was the reason for the pause. About to get the all clear then from the marshal on the grid. We do so. 5-second board is the response. Waiting for the red lights to come on, and Hot Hatch heat number 3 is underway. Tomasz Wielgosz makes a good start. Lomax trying to force his way through as they go down towards Hatchets for the first time. Bit of push and shove there. Paul Maybourne gets delayed in 77. The top three abreast as they go down towards Spitfire corner. Lomax, not surprisingly, pulls around the outside of them, and he's still side by side with Wielgosz for the lead. Potira is third, and Maybourne's got a bit of damage in there. I noticed his bonnet flapping for a split second there. He's got Slavomir Volok up behind him, but it's Lomax who leads the way ahead of Wielgosz. It's Potira, sideways in there. Who's that? That was Tomasz Marciniak. He's caught back in the midfield this time. So the race starts to settle down then with Craig Lomax, number 24, in the lead in the C2. Wielgosz in second place, leading his category, the Hot Hatches. If he wins the A final today, he'll have pretty much sewn up the title, I would think. There's Potira up there in third overall. Lost his chance at the championship pretty much when he failed to score in round 4 in Ireland due to mechanical trouble. Broke down in heat 1. At least in round 4 he got that far. Craig Lomax didn't even get to race. He and his only Super 1600 rival in Ireland, Andrew Toomey, both broke down in practice. Into the Joker lap there goes Paul Maybourne. Bit of smoke there, bit of bodywork rubbing on a tyre for Slavomir Volok, I think. There's Tomasz Marciniak, won heat 1 earlier on. Had a big rivalry with Tomasz Wielgosz and Jeff Hope Davies, among others, and Craig Lomax indeed in Hot Hatch last year, and problems there for Robert Potira. He's lost it at the hairpin, just clips the tyres on the inside. Keeps going without any damage though. Chased by Marciniak. Potira, a newcomer this year to Hot Hatch. Having to give best to Tomasz Wielgosz here though. The bonnet coming loose on Marciniak's car as well. Saxos, it's the bonnets. With the BMW Mini, it's the boot lids we've seen lifting up on those cars. Unfortunately, none of them here this weekend. They normally run mixed in with the Hot Hatches, of course, but no entries for the BMW Mini category this weekend. See what the gap is as they head into lap 3. Lomax leading by 4 seconds. Wielgosz nearly 4 seconds ahead of Robert Potira as well, who goes for his Joker lap. So does Wielgosz and cuts right across the front of Tomasz Marciniak there to retain his lead. That was close. Thought they were going to hit each other for a second then. So Wielgosz still leads the category. He's not worried about Craig Lomax ahead of him. Lomax is in a separate race. There's a Shannon Group banner in the middle of the track there at the hairpin. Tomasz Wielgosz runs it over. Hope he's not going to get a puncture as a result of that. Holds off Tomasz Marciniak, and there's one car, I think, that has pulled off into the paddock further back. I'm not sure who it is at the moment. We'll wait and pick that up later, hopefully. I think it might be Christoph Frast that we've lost into the pits. Race continues then, coming around to start its last lap with Lomax all set for another victory. This is the battle for the lead in hot hatch. Lomax leads, a gap between these two as they cross the line. It's 1/10 of a second. Wielgosz goes out. I thought Wielgosz had already taken his Joker lap. Has he just taken a second one? Where's he gone? We appear to have lost Tomasz Wielgosz. I'm sure he'd already taken his Joker lap because he cut back in front of Tomasz Marciniak on the previous lap. So, has he taken a second Joker lap by mistake? That's something I've never seen before. Or has he retired? Well, we'll pick that up shortly, but I can't see Tomasz Wielgosz out there now, so... Oh, there he is. Yes, he's got problems. Wielgosz in trouble. So he's trying to get to the finish line. He pulled out of the way there to let the other runners through. So Craig Lomax is going to take the overall win, and the hot hatch victory is going to go, I think, to Tomasz Marciniak. Across the line they come then. Marciniak will win the hot hatch category, 6 seconds behind Lomax. And even for second in category will be Robert Potira, with Tomasz Wielgosz hitting trouble on the final lap. So 9 seconds in it for the hot hatch class. Then we've got Slavomir Volok home fourth, Paul Maybourne fifth, and Tomasz Wielgosz hitting problems on the last lap. I thought he'd already taken a Joker lap there. He just pulled out wide because of trouble with the Peugeot, and he fails to complete the last lap by the look of things as well. Of course, Christoph Frast retired back into the paddock. Wielgosz will be classified 6th, I think. I'll await the results of that one then. Problems for the title favourite in the hot hatch category then on the last lap. So the results about to be confirmed. Craig Lomax the winner by 6 seconds ahead of Tomasz Marciniak, who takes his second win in the hot hatch category. Potira third, then Volok, Maybourne, and as you can see, Tomasz Wielgosz did not complete the final lap. Christoph Frast was an early retirement. There is Wielgosz. He got it round eventually to complete the last lap, but clear issues with the Peugeot. Another favourite in trouble here. It's all happening here at Pembrey today. Next up, which should be the